Well, hello everyone and welcome inside of the Blazers Ice Center. It is time for the regular season series finale here at the Blazers Ice Center in Oklahoma City. I'm David Ash alongside myself, alongside many of you who traditionally listen to these broadcasts who are here in person cheering on your sons, your niece, or your niece, goodness gracious, what a hot start for me, your nephew, cousin, whatever it may be, grandson, here at the rink. If you're listening still from far away, I appreciate you tuning in. As always, David Ash alongside. Wow, I keep saying alongside. Not sure why I keep doing that. And this has been a brutal injury to the final regular season series here at home. All right, let's just go into it. Warriors and Ice Rays squaring off here tonight in Oklahoma City. Should be a lot of fun. This is a series that doesn't ultimately mean a lot for either side. Both teams are already locked in to the playoffs. Corpus already knows who they're going to play. Oklahoma does not know who they're going to play, but this series for them does not really have any effect on who or really on who they could play. So that's okay. So let's talk about it for just a little bit. Oklahoma 25-25, 2-5. They are 6th in the South, clinched a playoff spot last week. They are either going to play at El Paso or at New Mexico. Corpus Christi 29-22, 2-1. They're 4th in the South Division at the moment. They will play at Shreveport regardless of where they finish, 4th or 5th. They're going to be at Shreveport coming up here next week. It will be, in fact. So it'll be exciting times for both of these teams as they enter into the playoffs. And so I'm excited for what is going to shape up this South Division play-in series for both, I guess I should say both teams here. Basically, this first round of the South Division should be a lot of fun to see what happens. As I said, Oklahoma will either be on the road in El Paso or on the road in New Mexico. Corpus Christi will be on the road in Shreveport because they don't have home ice. Home ice available back at the Hilliard Center. So, story of tonight, final regular season series of, final regular season series. They are 3-3, the Warriors are, against Corpus Christi this year. They have swept the Ice Rays in Corpus. They have been swept here on home ice. And then the last trip to Corpus Christi, Oklahoma dropped game 1 in a shootout and then won game 2 in regulation 4-1. So Oklahoma riding high, coming off of the last time they played Corpus Christi. They had a good last game on Saturday against New Mexico a week ago. Man, that was that was something. With the 2 goals getting taken off the board, with all of the shenanigans going on with the officiating. It was a weird one. Oklahoma did drop that game, but Coach Berge was really, really proud of his team and the way that they played last week, especially in that Saturday game. There is no official, really anything standings-wise for Oklahoma to move up, as we talked about. However, there is something for morality purposes in the sense that Oklahoma, with 2 wins, can stay above 500 this season, or at least a win would guarantee that they will be at 500 finishing this season before playoffs. So that's a big mark, especially after last season. Should be a lot of fun to watch and see what Oklahoma can do coming up here tonight and then into tomorrow. Interesting matchup in net tonight for the Warriors. It is Chris Prater versus it is Gavin Melker for the Ice Rays. That is both, not to say that one is better than the other necessarily, but those are both the number 2 goalies for both of these teams. So Chris Prater and Gavin Melker will be duking it out in the net for both teams here tonight. It's billet night for the Warriors, so just a moment we'll be recognizing all of the billets on center ice. Tomorrow will be Age Out Night and Parent Appreciation Night. Also for Oklahoma, things to note player personnel-wise before we talk lineups. For Oklahoma, no Mason Wright, no Matthias Christensen, no Mac Blue. All 3 of those guys out with an injury. They should be good to go for playoffs next week, but as a precaution, no need to play them here tonight. No Ryder Rivard as well in the healthy scratch, alongside Everett James as well, a healthy scratch too. So that is kind of your pregame update on both teams. Let's talk the lineups, and we'll go ahead and do it now. Why not, before we get the billet introductions going on the ice. we'll start with Corpus Christi, who have had a lot of drama over the last couple of days. They have fired their previous head coach, and the assistant coach, Ryan Gill, has now been moved to head coach. Yes, with the last weekend of the year and then playoffs looming, Corpus making some personnel changes for their staff, and so we'll see how it fares, and it'll be Ryan Gill's first appearance as a head coach here with Corpus Christi. Here is his lineup tonight for the Ice Rays. Cooper Anderson, Jonathan Pilipuk, and Jeffrey Saul Jr. The top line. Second line, Andrzej Perichka, Jack McKenzie, and Alexander Skuratov. Third line, James Chase, Nick Sinani, and Chase Laurie. And the fourth line, Justin Tebow, Emil Obstfelder, and Easton Swift. The defense tonight for the Ice Rays, Joel Hansen and Nikita Konevich, Sam Troutwine and Nick Evans, Mark Alexander Richard, and Lucas Hine. The extra skaters and extra defensemen, Islam Jaberganov, and the netminder, Gavin Melker. 6 foot, 485 pounds, born in 05 with a 3.50 goal allowed average. No Colin Watson and no Jonathan Safaldi tonight for the Ice Rays. Last time these two teams played, by the way, many of you remember, it was a ugly game, especially from the Ice Rays. A lot of sucker punching going on at center ice, and so, or really all over the ice, in fact, and so it was kind of a mess at that rate. And so, you know, who knows what will happen. I doubt anything crazy will happen, especially with playoffs looming. No one wants any suspensions, so I think that will be what the case is here tonight. But you never know what can happen out on ice, especially tonight with a game tomorrow to potentially say, okay, I can get suspended for tomorrow and then be good for playoffs. So you never know. Lineup for Oklahoma is the hype video plays. Trey Stay, Joey DeRosa, and Jakob Galmore the top line. Second line will be Duhan, Kish, and Jackson Hone. Excuse me for 2 seconds. All right, back to it. Easton Rooney, A.J. Owinski, and Ben Osiashvili are on line 3. And then line 4, Keaton Martin, Jakob Christek, and Max Gagnon back in the lineup for Oklahoma. On defense, Cam Ross, Bronson Sable, Jakob Garbanek, and Nolan Davis, Benjamin Bertrand, and Trent Burleson. Chris Prater in net tonight for Oklahoma, making his third appearance with the Warriors. He's 1-1 this season. He won his last start, which was back in Amarillo just a few weeks ago. Denny O's the extra skater tonight for Oklahoma, so an extra defenseman as well for Coach Berge. And that is where we sit. It'll be Prater versus Melker in net tonight. Warriors and Ice Rays, they're tied 3-3 in the season series. Who is going to take night 1 before night 2 to finish off the regular season? We'll find out next as Puck Drop and National Anthem is next right here at the Blazers Ice Center. Now down to our PA announcer, Carlton Van Buskirk, for our starting lineups. All right, a beautiful national anthem. There it is. Time to go here from the Blazers Ice Center. Game number 58 here. It'll be the Warriors and Ice Rays squaring off this evening. Kara Bridges, the Warriors billet coordinator, will be dropping the puck over outside of the entrance to the ice. It is Billet Appreciation Night here at the Blazers Ice Center, so it'll be a full night of recognizing our billets, who are tremendous people and tremendous parts of this Warrior organization. If you're a billet listening back at home, thank you from the bottom of my heart, but also the Warriors organization's hearts. We truthfully could not do any of what we do here with the Warriors organization without you guys, so thank you very, very much. Time here for hockey. The Warriors were swept by the Ice Wolves last weekend. Arguably had one of their better games of the season Saturday against New Mexico. A lot of things went not their way from the officiating crew, and that's that. That is what it was. It's in the past now. Oklahoma looking to right things here right before the end of the season as they gear up for playoffs. Corpus Christi, they split with El Paso last week at home. They were run out of the barn Friday night and then came back on Saturday, had a shootout victory against El Paso. So they're riding high on a one-game streak at the moment. Who's going to take game 1 of 2 to finish out the season? Warriors and Ice Rays. We are underway as Corpus around to the corner. Trace Day lifts it up and out. This is a 2-on-2 for Oklahoma. Gallnor across to DeRosa. Joey holds top of the right circle, has it poked away. And then DeRosa trying to find Gallnor. And then Davis, a shot off of the stick in front of Melker and out of play. Starters tonight for Oklahoma: Trace Day, Joey DeRosa, and Jakob Gallnor. Jakob Harvanek and Nolan Davis on the back end. Chris Prater in net for Oklahoma. For the Ice Rays, it's Parichka, McKenzie, and Swift, Hansen, and Jaberganov. Melker in net tonight for the Ice Rays. Again, it is the coaching debut for the Ice Rays this season for Ryan Gill, after the Ice Rays fired Kevin St. Jacques, their head coach, earlier this week. Gallnor will take the draw in the O-zone for Oklahoma. It will be won by Corpus Christi. Joel Hansen up the right side for the Ice Rays, and up for Sanani. That'll be a guy Oklahoma will want to put a body on as Laurie beats out everyone, has the puck, centers it right to Jakob Harvanek for Oklahoma. Jakob got in front of the puck and then had it taken away, and Corpus will lift it all the way out of the zone and back into their defensive side for Melker to pick it up. Rink to rink, it is such a different feel each week. It's been a while since Oklahoma's been back home as Alexander Duhon takes the puck away out of the reach of Cam Ross. Bronson Sable checking back for Oklahoma, who has the puck now. You have Corpus Christi, who has a massive bar, and then you have rinks like New Mexico where it's a little tight. And then here it feels tight, but it also doesn't feel as tight as New Mexico. You feel like there's a little bit more room. And so it is weird how each rink feels from location to location. Obviously, New Mexico really tight behind the net on both sides back in Albuquerque. Some rinks are bigger than others as well, so it's just you never know what you're going to get a lot of the time. As an icing on Oklahoma brings the puck into the zone for Corpus Christi. They have it high slot, backhanded in by Saul. And then flipped around. That is going to be Dominic Kish working with Sable to get to the puck. Squirts out left side, Saul. Saul looking, had it, and then lost it as Bronson Sable marked back up on him. Sable into the corner, on the wall for Cam Ross. Ross with some time, trying to get around one man, and does, into the skates of Dominic Kish, and then out for Hone, but it almost goes in the Warrior bench. Ross, Sable, and Sable bobbled it. Prater, a clearance up ahead for Duhon. Duhon up the near wall, looking for Owinski, who is held away from the puck. And up for Saul right at center ice. Saul will put it on Prater, stops it right in front of him, and he will grab and hold on to it. Chris's first save of the night right there. Prater played really well in his last start against Amarillo, in which he got the win. Did allow 4 that game, and he allowed 2 at the beginning, and it looked a little worrisome at first, but Coach Berge believed in him, stuck with them, and Chris really shone bright, especially in that second period back in Amarillo, and then locked it down in the third. and secured the win for Oklahoma as Burleson up and out of the zone for Oklahoma to center. Hine will rip it around. Good hit from O.C. Asheville, and the puck out of the zone and into the stands. 17:59 to go here in the first. Face off, Warriors have it with O.C. Asheville. And Rooney back to O.C. Asheville, just out of his reach. O.C. trying to pick it up quickly. Behind for Rooney. Rooney centering pass deflected off of an ice ray. Rooney took it away behind the net, and Corpus right back on top of it again. Here is Tebow, walks in, big save from Prater. Good stop right there from the blocker of Chris Prater. A little alarming that Tebow got that free behind Oklahoma's defense, but no harm, no foul. Puck in the skates of Geddes. The linesman, Hoppy is our referee tonight. Haven't seen Hoppy this season. And Keaton Martin bearing down on him, force a turnover. Good play from Keaton. Keaton's got it, right circle, and pushed back to Gagnon. Christek in front, that one deflected. Into the corner it goes, Christek reaching for it. And the Ice Rays go backwards, taken away by Gagnon. Gagnon in the skates, Martin picks it up and swings it around the boards up for Harvanek. Harvanek holds, goes to Christek, blue line. Christek looks, fires through traffic, all the way through and hits off the glass. Davis and Gagnon try and keep it in the zone, but it pops out. Jakob Christek picks it up, swings it over to Harvanek. Jakob back, turned it over, close. Parichka now, below the centering red line. That shot saved Prater point blank and then cleared away. Warriors a little careless with the puck right there, but Chris Prater, another excellent save for the Warriors. This is Davis. Davis trying to avoid his man. Again, another turnover from Oklahoma. Sanani right circle. Sanani rotating behind the net. Now always tried to center a pass. Chase right there, couldn't put it through. Down the ice it goes. And, oh, wow. They're going to call icing right there. Zhadraganov didn't really try to go catch up to that puck. It is icing against Oklahoma. And so an ozone draw here for Corpus Christi. Oklahoma has to be much more careful with the puck here and their defensive side of the zone. Face off. It is knocked around and Oklahoma's got it with Trace Day. Trace near side, gains the zone and flips it in. DeRosa flying in. Forced a quick pass, but Corpus Christi's got it. Looking up now with Chase and out of the zone. Sable picks it up quickly. Sable gave it right to Laurie. Laurie across to Sanani, couldn't put it on net. Centering pass deflected. Oklahoma bobbling it around, and they will lift it up and out of the zone. Good catch back up there from Oklahoma's DeRosa. Evans, all the way back in front of his goaltender, now wraps behind the net. Trace Day providing some pressure. Day right on top of Evans. And out, turned over, and then gathered back by Hine. Hine across center. Here he comes. They are onside. Hine looking. Hine tried to dangle around Ross. Didn't work out very well, but then gathered back. Shot all the way through. Blocked away by Chris Prater. Hone pushes it up the wall and out for Saul. Saul off the post. Rebound. No. Dominic Kish denied by Melker. Saul, that was dangerous. Hone keeps it in the zone for Oklahoma. Knocked around. Dominic Kish through the weeds. Couldn't keep it in. And out comes Corpus Christi. Warriors back in by Cam Ross. And the Ice Rays to Pilipuke. Near side, Corpus flings it in the corner. Big bounce off the wall. Burleson up the wall. Owinski trying to go back to Burleson. And the puck trapped, and Owinski will work it free to Hone. Hone, Duhan. And Duhan couldn't hang on to the puck. They had Owinski all alone streaking down the right wing side. Anderson to Pilipuke. That doesn't work out, and Richard will pick it up at center. Richard bumped along the glass. Trent Burleson behind the net for Oklahoma with Obsfelder bearing down on gets rid of it to O.C. Ashley. And he'll bump it into the corner. Owinski quickly there, try to throw a shot on that was blocked in it. Slingshots out of play. Ozone draw here for Oklahoma. A.J. Owinski will take it. He'll win it to O.C. Asheville. He will rip it off of a skate in front of him. Corpus on the attack the other way. Owinski pushes it into the zone for Oklahoma. Rooney providing pressure. Corpus, dangerous area again to turn it over, but Konevich right there to pick it up. Both teams with some near critical errors. It is kind of a wonder it's still 0-0. Davis, physical behind the net. Corpus with it to Evans, top of the left circle. Evans tries to spin away from O.C. Asheville. Body goes flipping in front. That was Davis on Obsfelder. Good save from Prater, and the net, I believe, came off of its post. A packed Blazers Ice Center here tonight. Lots of families in town celebrating not only the age-outs, but the end of a terrific season for Oklahoma in which they're back in the playoffs. Missed it last year, but a really hard-fought season from Oklahoma to find their way back into the playoff structure. And a lot more fun to be had here as Oklahoma had Rooney just out of his reach. Rooney, first one there, bodied by Hansen. Rooney trying to work it out the other side. He got stuck into the corner. Keaton Martin comes in, flattens an ice rail along. Rooney takes it away, right circle. Rooney to Sable, blue line. Sable swings it over to Ross. Ross skates the other way, now through traffic all the way through, but missed the net. Oklahoma looking to get back. Ross, good stick as the puck flies up, and it stays in play, although we have a whistle for offsides on Corpus Christi with 13:26 to go here in this first period. Shots are 4-3 Corpus. Face-off is won back by Corpus Christi. Jaberganov right off the body of Bronson Sable. Sable picks it up and does a couple of pirouettes to get away from Sinani. Up the wall for Max Gagnon. Stretch pass found Martin. Martin weaving through. Nice find. Here's Christek. Can he get to it? Yes. Right circle. Christek holding in front. No, it got through Sable. He didn't see it. On the other end, taken away by Gagnon. That was an excellent try there from Oklahoma. Here's Christek. Right side for Oklahoma. Christek looking. High slot. Christek. That one blocked in front. And Laurie will flip it up and down. Burleson drags it free. Prater leaves it for Trent. Trent with 2 games left here in his junior career. Oklahoma to Burleson. And then Laurie took it away at center. Day providing a little bit of pressure. And Corpus, will come out with Troutwine. Troutwine right behind the net of Prater. First one there is Burleson. Burleson backhand was stopped. Pillapuke in the mix with Burleson. Trent digging with Saul, and it comes out to Rosa. DeRosa had it sponged away and then out across the blue line. As Corpus is Konevich into the zone again. Burleson active shift here for him. Has the puck, reverts it back to Bertrand. Bertrand looking, and cross ice found Day. Trace Day will hold, and Oklahoma's on offside. Face-off is taken by Jackson Hone. Hone to Duhon. They're onside. And flipped in. Hone couldn't get a stick on it. Corpus up the near wall. And then out. Davis took it away. Oklahoma still offside. Now they put it in on Melker. Up ahead. Here comes Corpus. Looking. They've got a man got past Davis. Tebow is onside. Davis took it away, however. Duhon turning on the Jets here, far side. Duhon now holds. Duhon, top of the right circle, looking, fires, and it's blocked in front. Kish behind the net. Dominic up the wall to Harvanek now. Harvanek looking. He'll fire. They score! Jakob Harbenek or Alexander Duhan, one of the two. Duhan says he got a piece of it, and it's Alexander Duhan who gets the scoring started for Oklahoma. It was inches away from a first career goal in the North American League for Harbenek, but he'll pick up the primary assist. And Oklahoma leads 1-0. Oklahoma off of a blue line shot from Jakob Harbenek that was tipped in by Alexander Duhan. Face off Corpus all the way back to Melker, who will hold for Hansen. Up the wall and back they go, the Ice Rays with Hine. Hine right at center, no icing. Sable picks it up. And Sable up the wall, stopped by Corpus Christi. They've got McKenzie. McKenzie pushed away from the puck, now got it back. Right circle McKenzie. Still looking, goes over to Hine, and then Hine in deep for Corpus. Owinski, a good hit. Sable spinning away from one man. And lifts it up for Rooney. Rooney, nice find to Owinski. It's a 2-on-1 Oklahoma. It is A.J. Owinski looking across for O.C. Ashley. He got shoved hard in the boards. O.C. Ashley in the slot, couldn't put a shot on. Owinski coming back a little gingerly there as Corpus's Parichka's offside. That is the 30th game in this season for Oklahoma that they have scored the first goal. They are 17-13 in those games this season. Duhan from Harbenek and Dominic Kish. Face off, it comes back to Bertrand. Burleson looking. We'll go back to Benjamin Bertrand. And up the wall, it is iced by Oklahoma. Face off, it is taken by Corpus Christi this time. Behind the net, Laurie. Laurie up the wall to Konevich. Konevich dances around Gagnon. Lost it, and then a teammate pushes it in behind the net. Burleson eliminates his man, Konevich, alongside Christek fighting for the puck. On comes Gagnon, forces it up the wall. Jaberganov, not even close. And a good hit by Keaton Martin. Put Jaberganov on the ice. Jaberganov again hit hard by Keaton Martin. In front, saved Prater. And then it sits right on the side of the cage. Prater got back. Sinani, top of the right circle. Konevich dancing around Gagnon again. Gagnon right on top of him. Konevich holding right on the red line, trying to Michigan it. Couldn't do it. Konevich centering pass. That one deflected by Burleson. Right at the side of the cage. This is Sinani. That one saved by Prater. And here's Gagnon to pick it up. Up for Martin. Martin backhand, couldn't get it out. Sinani looking. Sinani bumped hard by a couple of Warriors, Christek and Martin. And Keaton Martin forcing it to the blue line, but not out. Corpus will change personnel here as the puck bounces behind the net of Prater. Up ahead, Burleson, and he will lift it down the ice, a rolling puck, and Corpus will get to it. Oklahoma can change their unit. Here's Saul into the skates of Harbenek, and then Saul kisses the glass. Behind it goes for Davis. 9 minutes to go, 1-0 Oklahoma. Davis up for Galnor. And then Galnor ahead out for DeRosa. DeRosa with Day. Joey took a stick with him of Corpus Christi. And up the wall, deflected off of the skate of Joey DeRosa. Here comes a 3-on-2 for Corpus. Ice race, Saul got through. Saul saved Prater, rebound saved Prater. And then the Warriors, not a good exit pass, can't get out of the zone yet. Around it goes, Davis gonna have to hustle to get to it first. Davis on Troutwine. Troutwine centers. DeRosa took it away, and in the high slot it goes. Galnor's got it now. Galnor with Day streaking up the left wing side. Galnor, no, they're offside. Day couldn't believe it. And we're going to go to a media timeout here in OKC. It is 1-0 Oklahoma. It is Alexander Duhan off of a shot from Jakob Harvanek that gives Oklahoma the 1-0 lead. Back in just a couple right here from Oklahoma City. Face off, Ice Rays with Hein. Go back. We might have some weather coming in here, folks, so we'll keep an eye on it. A lot of severe storms in the area tonight. Obsfelder for Corpus. Are they onside? They are somehow. Tebow across. No, couldn't connect. Obsfelder goes flying into the net. On the other end, it's Duhan. Oklahoma's onside and a bunch of skates, and then knocked aside. Oklahoma's got to get back. It is a 3-on-2. Ross hurrying back. Tebow shot saved by Chris Prater. Chris has been excellent here in these first 13 minutes. There is a tornado warning about 60 miles west of us here, so we'll keep an eye on it. Never know in Oklahoma. Here's McKenzie off of a turnover from Oklahoma. McKenzie shot blocked by Rooney. Up the wall to the blue line that came out of the zone, and Geddes right on top of it. Blows his whistle. Face off outside of the blue line. Owinski pushes it back to the Corpus defensive core off the skate of Ennis. This will help Oklahoma. Here's O.C. Ashley, high point. His shot gloved Melker. Oh my, look, made it look easy. Face off in the O-zone for Oklahoma. Owinski will take it. Owinski almost won it back. I think it hit off the arm of Ennis there. And Corpus will lift it all the way down the ice. A Hail Mary found its target in Sanani. Sanani in the slot, knocked around by several people. And Corpus will keep it in to the blue line. Corpus looking, holding, firing, tipped. That one goes wide of the net. Then they try a near angle shot, and they missed it wide. Sanani picks it up behind the net. Sanani tried to go one way. O.C. Ashley said, no, you don't. Out comes Oklahoma with Rooney. And Rooney along the boards and around. Owinski against Jaberganoff. Owinski held along the glass. Can't go anywhere. And Corpus again. Stretch pass. Oh, Gagnon almost got a full stick on that and was almost able to bring it up the ice. Here's Harvanek working it free to Christek. Jakob Christek left side. Jakob holding, shoots, missed the net wide. Around it goes Denny O. Denny picks it up right wing side. Denny skating in. Denny O now puts on the brakes, reverses. Has Gagnon if he wants to go that way. He has the blue line as well. He goes to Gagnon. Gagnon cross the ice to Harvanek, picks it up left side. Harvanek back to Christek. Through traffic save. Melker rebound comes out loose. Martin right on top of it. Gagnon comes in, frees it up along with Christek, and in the skates of Gagnon again. Christek digging for it as well. And it comes out blue line, Harvanek. Harvanek holds, looks, fires! Saved by Melker. That was a great shift from Oklahoma. That fourth line has been really, really good for Oklahoma here tonight. Gagnon, Martin, and Jakob Christek. That is a future for Oklahoma that could be really, really bright. You've got 07, 07, and 08 right there for Oklahoma. And with an 07, 07, and 08 combined, you have 5 goals for Oklahoma this season. That's some pretty impressive stuff from that young of a group. So I think the future is certainly bright for Oklahoma in the coming future seasons. Maybe they can get one here tonight as Ross has it poked away. Tebow to Obsfelder, and Bronson Sable pushes him aside. Right circle shot is wide of the net, and out of the zone it goes. Troutwine has to pick it up, and they go backwards. The Ice Rays do. Across, Troutwine. Up and tipped by Trace Day, so no icing. Sable's going to have to hustle to get to it. Sable tried to push it back. Hopping in there is Cam Ross. And it comes to hash marks Obsfelder. Obsfelder denied by Sable, and then Joey DeRosa able to pick it up behind the net. DeRosa works it out to the right side and then out for Ross. Cam Ross looking with 5 minutes to go here in this first period. 1-0 Oklahoma. Alexander Duhan the tally for Oklahoma. Ice Rays turn it over. Galnor took it away, and then Troutwine able to get it back. Galnor's going to get it back again behind the net, and then up the wall for Burleson. Can he keep it in the zone? Yes, he can. Burleson now skates in right circle. Burleson, cross ice, Day, holds around a man. That one deflected and didn't really get rid of it. Corpus with speed the other way. Troutwine into the zone. Burleson's first one there. Bertrand took a hit, freed it up for his teammates to Kish. Kish, Hone, and Jackson cycling back for Bertrand, couldn't hang on to it, and it ends up with the Ice Rays. And they will try the far side this time with Richard. Richard against Kish and Harvanek as well. Almost went for a sandwich there of orange jerseys, but couldn't connect. Dominic will work it out in the slot. Harvanek to Hone, and then back to Kish at center. Duhan, the goal scorer for Oklahoma. Nice find to Kish. Kish right circle. Dominic centering pass, nobody home, and Corpus will clear it down the ice. This should be icing. No, Prater came out to try and plate it. So no icing there on Corpus Christi. Home will hold and look up for Owinski. AJ chips it ahead for Jackson Hone, who goes racing after it. Konevich off the glass, knocked down. Owinski couldn't trap it, and it's a 3-on-2 for Corpus Christi. Here they come. Chase got around Davis. Chase left side. Chase saved by Prater, and then chipped in front. Owinski matches up, able to knock the puck away. And Owinski looking up the ice for Oklahoma, found Duhan. Owinski turning on the Jets here. Duhan found O.C. Ashley alone, right side. His shot up high, missed it, and a weird bounce off the boards. Duhan didn't see it. He might have had a play on it. Here's Chase the other way. Chase chips it across for Laurie. Laurie in front, save. Prater rebounded, hopped over the crossbar. Unbelievable. It stays out of the back of the net for the moment for Corpus Christi. Owinski to O.C. Ashley, and Ben fanned on his entry pass and allows Sinani to pick it up for Corpus, and right into the skates of Jakob Christek. Said thank you very much. Here's Hansen for Corpus, up the wall, and it got past Cam Ross. And out to Pilipuk. It's a 2-on-1 Pilipuk. Holding, lost it, gathered back, and then taken away by Oklahoma. Ice Rays having some trouble here picking up the puck. Keaton Martin swings it over to Sable. And Bronson up ahead to Jakob Christek with a lot of speed. He's by himself. Christek, right wing side, now puts on the brakes. Christek looking. Will revert it back into the zone. Found Gagnon. Gagnon in front to Martin. Couldn't connect. Martin down to a knee as it stopped in his skates. They finally play it up in the slot. Out to Christek. Back in front. That one wide of the net. Jabergonoff chips it across to Hine. And Hine out, but turned it over, and it comes past the stick of Joey DeRosa. Into the zone. Corpus again. Bertrand a swat. And Oklahoma around for Burleson. Has it and lost it. Oklahoma, though, up the wall for Burleson. And then DeRosa back to Burleson and out to Gagnon. Gagnon through the skates. Here he comes, left wing side. Gagnon now holds, comes out. Burleson shoots, saved by Melker. Oh, my goodness. That was a good look for Oklahoma. Galnor keeps it in the zone for the moment. Galnor bumps Jabergonoff. Galnor And DeRosa couldn't hang on to it. Here is Obstfelder out of the zone, barely to Tebow. And Tebow right to Trace Day. Nice find. Here's Trace. Trace across to Galmore in the slot. Saved Melker. Wow, Gavin Melker coming up big for the Ice Rays here as of late. Ice Rays on the attack the other way. Oklahoma holds their rush and sends it back to center. Minute and 9 to go. Long distance shot saved by Prater. And he will hold and get rid of it. No. Hoppy gave him time. And Prater held and covered for longer than Hoppy wanted. So the whistle to stop it in the zone. .104 to go here in the first. Oklahoma out shooting Corpus 13-11. Face-off is sitting right on the dot. Oklahoma's got it with Cam Ross. Ross with a man right behind him. Gets rid of it over to Kish and then Jackson Hone. They'll break it out of the zone to Duhan. Duhan splitting the defense. Duhan in the corner trying to go to Kish. They go down low to Kish who swings it around the boards. And Ross is going to fly in, knocked aside by Corpus Christi, and then out to center again. Skuratov, one of the first shifts I've seen from him tonight, feeds it back here to Corpus Christi. Oklahoma a little confusion on the bench. 25 seconds to go here in this first period. Burleson, good hit on Parichka, and then another good hit on Konevich. The puck works out to the blue line. Duhan's got it. And Duhan will pop it up down the ice. It is on Melker, so no icing. Final 13 seconds of the first 20 minutes of play. That hopped over everyone. It'll be icing on Corpus Christi. Oklahoma with a last chance ozone drop. .7 to go here in the first as Oklahoma have one maybe right at the buzzer. Galmore, big face-off that popped up and off of an ice ray lifted down by Corpus. Final 2 seconds will tick off. And that is it for the first 20 minutes of play. It is 1-0 Oklahoma. Alexander Duhan scores on a tip in front of the net from Jakob Harbenek, and Oklahoma has the lead at our first intermission. It is 1-0 Oklahoma. Shots on net 14-11 in favor of Oklahoma. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. Second period coming up in just a little bit right here from Oklahoma City. Hang on, folks. We're going to hear from Warriors assistant coach Nick Leibold. All right, Nick, can you hear me, sir? No. Can you hear me now, maybe? No? Uh-oh. Oh, that's not the right one either. Can't hear me, huh?
I can hear you very, very faintly.
Very, very faintly, he says. How about I turn you up like that? Is that better?
No.
No, not really. Uh-oh. All right. Let's go to... Still can't hear me, huh?
It's very, very, very faint. Like I can hear you're saying something, but I can barely hear what you're saying.
How about now? No?
Not really.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'll fix it on my end, and maybe we'll do a second intermission one. Sounds good. Sorry, folks. Having a little issue there with Nick's headset. Apologies for that. We'll take a break. We'll be back here at the first intermission here from Oklahoma City. Well, welcome back here to the Blazers Ice Center, ladies and gentlemen. It is period number 2 between Oklahoma and Corpus Christi. The Warriors lead the Ice Rays 1-0. Many of you that are in Oklahoma that are paying attention to the weather, things might get interesting here in the next hour. The storm was just tornado warned and heading right for us here in South OKC Northmore. 9:30 was the time that it will be here, but we'll see about the tornado warning if it gets extended and whatnot over the next couple of minutes. But as for now, we're going to play hockey here in this second period. Again, Warriors leading 1-0 over Corpus Christi. They outshot the Ice Rays 14-11. It is hockey time here for the second period here in Oklahoma City. All the parents that have traveled from out of town are in for a treat tonight. Get a dose of the Oklahoma weather. You can never know what's going on. As Corpus Christi has the opening draw of the second period, they put it down the ice. Jakob Harvanek will pick it up. Harvanek a point tonight already on the primary assist of Duhan's goal as Oklahoma gave it up. Corpus into the zone. This is Tebow. Tebow through traffic. That one hit off of a body in front. Galmore trying to get to it first, couldn't do it. Corpus around the boards they go. Back with Obsfelder. And behind for Jakob Harvanek, who has some room to work it up. Harvanek, able to get it out of the zone barely over to Trace Day and then back to Davis. Oklahoma will recycle and come up to DeRosa. Harvanek near side. Harvanek flips it in, took a hit, gave one right back to Corpus Christi, and then a big hit at center by Harvanek on an ice ray. Swung around the boards. This is Swift, and he collides with Harvanek again. Sable, center ice, and he'll push it in. Galnor right there at the hash marks, leaves it for Kish. Kish looking through his legs to Duhan, through his legs to Kish, saved Melker. Oh my goodness, little trickery there from Oklahoma in the passing department. My secondary job was to be a weatherman. So we'll talk about it in a second. Here's blue line Sable. Sable through traffic, saved Melker, rebound. Hone wasn't in position to put it back on net. Out to center, it comes to Ross, and then Sable lost it, comes to Prater, and he'll cover it up. A little meeting in front of Prater in the blue paint. And it'll be an ozone draw here for the Ice Rays. That was a good look there from Sable. And Jackson Hone was just pushed out of the reach of that puck for the rebound. We'll keep an eye on the weather here. And we've never really run into it during our Warriors game, so not quite sure what's going to happen. Should it come closer. Face off, the Warriors do win it back with Ross. And Dominic Kish for Bronson Sable. Sable looking. Will go out wide to Hone, and through traffic, kept in the zone here by Corpus Christi. But nobody there to pick it up. Sable for Oklahoma. Up the wall again for Hone. They try it again, and it works out to Duhan. Duhan with a streaking Dominic Kish right wing side. Kish holds through his legs to Duhan, and then taken away by Corpus's Saul. Up the wall for Anderson, and all the way to Prater yet again. He'll cover it up and send it aside. Nice play there from Prater. Playing with some confidence, Chris Prater. It's fun to see. Here's Jackson Hone. It's a 3-on-2. Hone onside. Hone's rip. That one blocked. And Owinski trying to pick it up alongside Duhan. Duhan's got it hash marks. Out to Burleson. Burleson skates left. His pass is deflected, and out of the zone it goes. Bertrand picks it up at center ice. Over to Burleson yet again. Burleson up ahead. Owinski. Onsides. Rooney. Can he get there? No. Out of his reach. And up comes Skuratov for Corpus Christi against Burleson. Burleson a swipe. Sends it aside. And Owinski out wide to Bertrand. Bertrand looking. Tries a stretch pass. That one stopped by Konevich. Bertrand got it back. And Skuratov right back to Bertrand. Knocked aside. McKenzie grabs it. Hash marks. McKenzie top of the circle. Parichka. Cross ice. Over to Konevich looking. Konevich shot. That one is saved by Prater. Face-off is won by Corpus Christi. Konevich will wrap it around. Davis going to be the first one there for Oklahoma. Up the wall for the Warriors. Try to work it out, and they do. O.C. Asheville couldn't get a full stick on it, but Evans picks it up for Corpus. Up the far side, Skuratov leaves for Parichka. Parichka, top of the circle, had a cutting man. McKenzie didn't put it on him. McKenzie all the way through, save Prater. Rebound in the slot, pushed to wide. And out for Harvanek. Harvanek looking up the wall, O.C. Asheville, and a big bounce out to center. Hopped over everyone's stick and into the zone for Corpus. Harvanek back for Davis. And Davis fanned on it, got it back, however. Up to center for Christek. And Jakob back for O.C. Asheville. Warriors going backwards rather than forwards. Sanani right circle. Sanani shot, missed the net. Back to Konevich, blue line. Konevich scanning to the hash marks. Back to Konevich at the point. His shot all the way through, tipped in front, deflected. O.C. Asheville got in front of that one. And Davis will pick it up for Oklahoma with some room. Davis up and out to Christek. Jakob looking, goes over to Rooney. Warriors are offside. 16:26 to go here in the second. Corpus, 6 shots so far here in this middle frame. Face off. And Corpus has it. Troutwine for the Ice Rays as Hoppy went tumbling down. Prater clearance. Sable looks and goes over to Martin. Martin has Gagnon all alone, didn't see him, and then Martin missed his target and iced it. Rushed that one just a little bit, Keaton did. That's okay. Ozone draw coming here for Corpus Christi. Face off. Comes right of Prater. It's won back by Christek and then gathered by Sanani. Sanani, left side. This is Corpus skating in quickly. And then back out Jaberganov. Good hit from Ross. Pins an Ice Ray along the boards. And up Sable spins it away from traffic. Sanani picks it up first. Leaves it down for his teammate. And then Oklahoma took it away. Out of the zone it goes. Martin trying to jump back to it with Troutwine. No, not there. But Christek forces it free. It's a 3-on-2. Christek across to Martin. Martin tried to put a shot on Gagnon, picks it up. Gagnon to Christek. Christek looking, has the blue line open for the moment and didn't go that way. And Oklahoma tied up along the end boards. 3-on-2. Everyone digging for it for the moment. It was squeaked out for a second and then trapped again. Jaberganov and Gagnon tied up there. Corpus looking. They almost turn it over in a terrible area. A goal! Big hit from Martin in front. Shot, score! What a play from Keaton. Martin, Christek, and Gagnon did the rest. It is the second goal of the season for Max Gagnon. That fourth line has been working here tonight for Oklahoma, and they double the lead. What a play. (2-0) Oklahoma. They strike first here in the second period as well. Max Gagnon from Joey DeRosa. And I don't know if they're going to get a third on that one, but it should go to Keaton Martin for the hit and then opening the play up. 2-0 Oklahoma, second goal of the season for young Max Gagnon, who joined the team with Oklahoma just 4 games ago. Oklahoma, they're offsides. Face-off is won back by Corpus Christi. 14:44 to go here in the second period. 2-0 lead for Oklahoma. Turned over, Burleson took it away at center, over to Galnor. Galnor holding. Jakob across the days, deflected by Corpus Christi. Puck still loose in the zone for the moment. Corpus skating backwards with it, and they work it across. Up ahead, and that'll be icing on Corpus Christi. .24, ozone draw for Oklahoma. They win it back to Harvanek, blue line. Harvanek over to Davis. Davis through traffic, tipped, knocked down by Hone, and it works itself out. Davis into the zone, out to Hone. Jackson goes cross ice, Duhan turning it up. Duhan chips it across out of the reach of Hone, trying to get back to it as Kish, and then Duhan trying to keep it in, and it comes out. Hone right there to it though. Hone splitting a couple of defenders, and works it into the zone for Duhan. Duhan holding. And Duhan had it stripped away by Corpus, and here they come. It's a 2-on-1. Good stick from Harvanek. Eliminated that rush from Corpus Christi. Here it is out wide, Corpus Christi. Shot up high, blockered away by Prater. And out of the zone it goes. Face-off, sits on the dot still. It's picked back by Corpus Christi all the way through. And a near-angle shot. They lift it up and out of the zone. Or excuse me, not out of the zone. Out of the net is what I am trying to say. There's Owinski. As AJ around and then leaves it back for Ross. Up the wall, Rooney and Sable. It comes out of the zone. And out comes AJ. No, couldn't get to it. Ross pushes it back for Sable. Bronson up ahead, found O.C. Ashley. Here comes Oklahoma, O.C. Ashley. A bouncer to Melker, who will cover it up. And this is not the same feisty Corpus Christi team that we saw a couple weeks ago, where they were just punching Oklahoma willfully in the face. This is a team that I think understands they're in the playoffs and they cannot afford any suspensions. Face-off Warriors win it to Rooney. His shot save Melker. Rebound, no. Rooney had a good look at it right there for Oklahoma, but Melker got a left pad on it to save it. Puck knocked aside, and Oklahoma back to Ross. Cam Ross off the glass and down off of a body, so no icing. Oklahoma will change their unit. Knocked down Sable. And Troutwine still in the zone. Oklahoma works it out. Here's Gagnon, 2-on-2 with Martin. Gagnon enters left side. His shot blocked by Konevich. Gagnon got it back. Gagnon and pushed away from the puck. As Corpus will carry it out of the zone. McKenzie softly in. Burleson's the first one there for Oklahoma. Burleson wraps it all around the net. Up into the skates of Martin. Gagnon tried to take it away. Oklahoma, can they get it past that line of Corpus? Yes, they do. Here they come. Christek with it. Christek looking for Martin. Now holds. Christek cross ice off the wall for Bertrand. Bertrand left side. Bertrand shots deflected. He gets it back below the red line. Bertrand now in front. Backhand saved Melker. Jabergonoff up the wall. On comes Burleson. He'll throw a shot on. That one missed wide. Around it goes to Bertrand. Bertrand to Gagnon at the hash marks. Gagnon blue line point. Burleson. His shot missed the net. Around it goes to Gagnon again. Gagnon holding. Gagnon left side. He'll spin away from a man. Gagnon down low. Martin, this fourth line going to work here for Oklahoma. Martin, blue line, Bertrand. Bertrand over to Burleson. That one got past his stick. He'll push it into Gagnon again. Gagnon down low for DeRosa. DeRosa through his legs, and he gets taken away from the puck. Off the glass and not out of the zone, however. So the puck will stay in the zone. Both teams can change their units. Good zone time from that fourth line for Oklahoma. Face-off. Stays in the zone. Corpus will lift this one up and out and down for no icing. Interesting. Not sure how that's not icing, but okay, we play on. Corpus in the zone and then taken away. Trace Day. Here he comes with Gallnor. A lot of speed here for Oklahoma. Out wide, Gallnor holding. Gallnor below the red line, centering a pass. That one sent aside by Corpus Christi. DeRosa has it taken away again from him. And out to center, this is Evans going quickly. Evans alone, cross ice off the stick of Denny. Oh, what a play from Denny. And Trace Day will clear it out to center ice. Ice Rays back in their own zone. Oh my goodness, friendly fire on Melker. And Oklahoma pursuing the puck here quickly with Gallnor. Corpus give and go in a dangerous area. Finally, they get rid of it up to Tebow. Tebow to Swift. Dangerous skater here with the puck. Swift shot saved. Prater. And he's all on top of it. They did give that secondary assist to Keaton Martin on the Gagnon goal. Face off. Ice Rays have it. Around it goes for Hone. And pushed in. Corpus will hold. Oklahoma right on top of it. Kish and Sable together. And then Oklahoma with Cam Ross, who has a lot of speed here. Up and out to Hone. Into the zone comes Oklahoma. Hone trying to get to it first. Troutwine's there. Duhon trying to work at free, excuse me. Here comes Corpus the other way with Anderson. Anderson stops just inside the blue line. Cross ice pass deflected. Corpus gathers it back in the right circle. They'll drop it off for Pilipuke. Burleson right on top of him. Kish pokes it his way. And Kish spins away from one man, goes over to Burleson, who has lots of ice to work with. Burleson gonna just weave through a couple of Ice Rays and send Corpus Christi back. Now they lift it down the ice, and it goes over the head of Burleson. This will be icing on Corpus. 9:14 to go here in the second period. So that tornado warning continues. It's not for us yet, but it is heading right in our direction. Nothing, I don't think it's getting any stronger at the moment, which is good news, but we'll keep an eye on it. Here's a quick rip from Oklahoma. Couldn't put it on net. That's Rooney again, who's had a couple good looks off of a face-off. Burleson, good stick, just stripped it away, and out comes Oklahoma. They've got a 2-on-0, but they couldn't settle the puck down. Oh, man, missed opportunity there from the Warriors. Corpus went for a bad change, and Oklahoma was all alone. Burleson to Bertrand. And Osiashwale, Rooney, and Bertrand trying to dig for it at the half wall. To the blue line, Hine. Hine skating in. His shot missed the net wide. Just high and wide to the left of Prater. Comes out loose in the slot. Oklahoma pushes it up the wall. This is Owinski. A lot of speed up through center. Owinski. They enter. They're onside. Owinski. Cross ice pass. Loose in the slot. Melker covers it up. And Konevich hit Owinski, put him on the ice, and then stands right over him. And we've got a media timeout here in the second. It's 8:26 left to go here in the second period. 2-0 lead for Oklahoma. Back in a couple right here from the Blazers Ice Center. Back to action here. Max Gagnon will take the face-off draw. It'll be won by Corpus Christi. They'll look to lift it up and down the ice. Kicked at center. Corpus with a 3-on-2 here. They go across for Parichka, who had to wait to be onside. Davis took it away, and then so did Christek. Jakob out to Harvanek, and then Martin. It's a 3-on-2 for Oklahoma. Martin chipped it. Nobody there. And Corpus, here they come. Far side for McKenzie. Lost it in his skates for a moment. Stops the rush, and Corpus will reload. Ice Rays in front to Prater. Knocked it down, and will cover it up again. Uh-oh, we have a whistle. We have our first penalty of the game. They get Davis for roughing. Interesting. All right, our first penalty of the game goes against Oklahoma, and it will be the penalty kill out there for the Warriors, as Nolan Davis in the box for roughing. I didn't see it, but it'll be a Corpus Christi power play. First one of the night, McKenzie will take it against Day, and the Ice Rays win it. Corpus with Sinani left side. Sinani skates down with it. His pass initially deflected by Dinio. Richard picks it up right circle. Richard, high point, his shot blocked, and it is gathered right back down by McKenzie, left circle. Out wide, now back up to the right circle, Richard. Richard, blue line, point Hansen through traffic, gloved by Prater. Read it the whole way home. 20 seconds gone here on the penalty kill. Dominic Kish will take the draw. And won it, but Corpus able to pick the puck up quickly. Hansen holding, shot, saved Prater, loose in the slot. Denio trying to backhand it away from harm, took a stick to the face. And we play on, although it's turned over. Galnor, can the Warriors just clear it down the ice? Yes, they will with Denio. Minute 14 to go on the power play for the Ice Rays, who have 10 shots here in this second period. This is Sinani with a whole lot of speed. Sinani just all the way through. Sinani across in front. Saved Prater, and it comes out loose the other way. Prater able to slide back home. Parichka, hash marks to Evans on the blue line. Bobbled it, now gathers it down. Then all the way through, saved by Prater. Up the wall for Kish. Has some time, and Kish will clear it up to Galnor, and then all the way through. 40 seconds left to go on the power play. Galnor trying to create a little bit of a diversion. Parichka bit through it. Parichka left side over to Laurie. Laurie looks in front. They missed it. Wow. It was blocked in front. Comes out loose in the slot. Dangerous area. Galnor with it for Oklahoma. And he will send it into the Corpus bench. It will not come out of the zone. Wow. Ice Rays with chances. They just have not connected so far tonight. 22 seconds remain on the power play. Oklahoma will change their penalty killing unit. Sable and Harvanek will check out. Burleson, DeRosa, Day, and O are the four for Oklahoma. 22 seconds remain on the man advantage for Corpus Christi as Pilipute gets kicked out of the circle. Hash marks, Corpus has it, Hine with Day all over him. And then Konevich put it into a bad area. Denio tries to rip it around the boards, got past one man, but Hine able to keep it in. 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Hine walking the blue line, it almost came out. Stays in, Saul looking through traffic, blocked in front, Saul got it back. Saul goes up high with a backhand, throws that one off the glass. Power play is over. Oklahoma's back to full strength. Here is Skuratov. That one deflected. And Oklahoma, they had numbers for the moment, but couldn't find a man. Konevich, that shot blocked by Dinio. That shot, they score! A sharp angle look. And the Ice Rays are back within one. So the Ice Rays tie it up. Warriors defense caved in a little bit there. .5:35 to go here in the second period. A 2-1 lead for Oklahoma still. First of the night for Corpus Christi. It was Saul, the goal. Oklahoma into the zone, however. Rooney looking, now behind the net. Rooney to Ross, top of the left circle. Ross holding, now skating in. Ross got all the way through. Ross in front, save made. It's still loose, everyone digging for it, and Swift able to push it out for Corpus Christi. And down the ice it goes. It's rolling towards the net of Prater, and Oklahoma's gonna have to play the puck here. Ross himself up for Jakob Christek. This line has been really good for Oklahoma. Christek all the way through. Christek in the slot. Had to pass it at the last second. It's taken away by Corpus. They've got numbers the other way. They bobbled the puck for the moment. Laurie looking. Laurie in front. Save Prater. Rebound comes out. Sanani tries to wrap it around. That one's saved. Then it comes loose. What a save from Chris Prater. Excellent work from Chris. And the Warriors, I believe, are going to have a power play here. Sanani doing just too much as he does all the time. Is in the box now for Corpus Christi, and a chance here for Oklahoma to get that 2-goal lead right back. It is a slash on Sanani. Power play here for Oklahoma will be Martin, DeRosa, Galnor, Day, and Sable. Face-off coming. Galnor will take it. First power play of the game for Oklahoma. Galnor wins it. This is Sable and DeRosa. They collide. Day to Sable. And then Sable clears things up. Here's Day, left wing to Sable. Sable out wide. Galnor. He'll fire. That one saved. Melker. Rebound in the slot. Oklahoma digging for it. They couldn't put a shot on. Around it goes. Galnor's going to keep it in. Galnor skates the blue line. Sends it over to Day. Trace at the point. High slot. Fires. Up high. Missed it. Galnor, hash marks. Pushing it around for Martin, who's bodied. DeRosa quickly there, and not a good pass. Corpus will clear it. Prater behind his net, 44 seconds gone on the power play. Sable drops it off Galnor, and then Trace Day. Back up, oh my goodness, dangerous pass. Oklahoma works it out. Galnor, cross ice Day, in his skates, saved Melker, and he'll cover it up. And Oklahoma will change their power play unit. Minute and 5 to go on the power play for Oklahoma. Up a goal. Dominic Kish the draw. He'll win it. Hone to Duhan at the point. Over to O. Denny looking. Left point. Now high slot. Denny holding. Fires. Save Melker in his pads and will hold and cover it up yet again. The tornado warning is going down for Oklahoma, or for OKC, so I believe we'll be good. We're going to get hammered here in just a little bit by pretty heavy rain and some heavy wind, but I think the danger is evaporating as we speak, so very good news. Face-off is tied up between everyone. Finally pushed to O. O, Duhan holding. Duhan across to Kish, out of his reach, got it back. Kish settles it down, 45 seconds to go on the power play. Kish to Hone, back to Kish, top of the left circle. Goes out to the point to O, back to Kish, skating in. Kish, Hone, one-timer saved Melker. Net came off its moorings for the moment, and Hine is able to work it up shorthanded here. Hine across center. Hine will hold, right circle shot. That one blocked by Kish. Got a skate in the middle. And a penalty coming up here. On who? On Oklahoma. So the power play done. It'll be Jackson Hone who's going to the box for Oklahoma. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the next 22 seconds. And then it will be a power play for the Ice Rays, their second one of the period. Four-on-4 has been good to Oklahoma this season. We'll see if they can keep it up. Here is Jaberganov. At the point, we'll leave it for Hine, and through the legs of Day. They almost had it. Corpus had a great look at it on the other side, too. Gagnon behind for Burleson. And Trent can work it upwards. If he wants, he'll actually bring it back. And Burleson, little zippity-doo, zippity-da. Here he comes across center. Burleson weakly in. Now the first one there. Burleson holds. Gagnon to his left. All 5 Ice Rays, as it's a power play for the Ice Rays now, are in the corner, and they've got the puck. Minute and 20 to go here on the power play for Corpus Christi. They have the latest goal in the game to make it a 2-1 game. This is Sanani across, and in Jaberganov fighting with Denio for the puck, and Davis will clear. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Up, they turn it over, the Ice Rays do. Denio's got it and pushes it right back in. Trace Day bearing down. Oklahoma with 2 guys up. They need to be a little bit careful, as now they come back. Corpus with some speed. Sanani trying to get around Denio. Now stops his motion. Knocked away for the moment, now into the corner. Worked up the boards. Pushed aside. Sanani left circle. Cross ice. Troutwine holding. Comes out high slot. Evans. And he'll have to hold for the moment. Evans working against Galnor. Leaves it for Troutwine. Troutwine chips it across Sanani left side. Sanani cross ice. Evans found his man. Evans shot blockered away by Chris Prater. And Galnor up the wall, but not out. Did it come close? No. Here's Evans. Shot, missed the net wide. Laurie rebound, save Prater. And Oklahoma will try and clear. They could not, as the net came off its moorings. 8 seconds left to go on the power play for Corpus Christi. Face off. Corpus has it. Holding in the slot. That was saved by Prater. And up into the stands it goes. 3 seconds left on the power play. A minute exactly left to go. It will be a right circle draw. Face off, the Warriors have it, and they will clear off the penalty. Good kill from Oklahoma. Duhan 1-on-2 with Kish behind him. Duhan looking across the home. One-timer, he put it right on the net of Melker. Or excuse me, right on the body of Melker. It was perfectly placed. Duhan sandwiched by a couple of Ice Rays behind the net. Oklahoma out into the slot. They turn it over. The Ice Rays do. The Warriors get it back with Kish. Over to Duhan. Duhan left circle. Duhan bodied immediately, and it comes out to Corpus Christi and out wide Anderson. Trent Burleson skating back. Bodies up Anderson. And Anderson still with it. Burleson fighting him for it. Hine off of his own man chase. 20 seconds to go here in the period. 2-1 lead for Oklahoma. Burleson up for Hone through his legs. Couldn't control. Oklahoma's Kish. Good hit. Brought the puck out of the zone. Corpus is offside. Will allow Oklahoma to hold. 10 seconds to go. Do they rush one more time or do they hold? Bertrand will hold it appears, with 2 seconds to go. And that is it for period number 2. It is a 2-1 lead for Oklahoma. Max Gagnon scored his second of the season to give Oklahoma 2. Then Jeffrey Saul Jr. answered for the Ice Rays on a sharp angle look. And that's where we reside after 40 minutes of play. 2-1 lead for Oklahoma. The shots are about even. 27 Corpus, 26 Oklahoma. We'll take a break. Period 3 is next, right here from the Blazers Ice Center.
Christine and Clark for the love and support throughout the whole year. Thank you so much for letting me feel like I'm home.
Hey Jared and Alex, thank you for bringing me in and making me a part of your family.
All right, well, I said there was no tornado because it went away and then it recycled. We're in a tornado warning, but we're playing. Here we go. All sorts of fun in Oklahoma City tonight. We'll keep an eye on it over the next few minutes. It's a 2-1 lead for Oklahoma as we enter period number 3. I don't know, this is wild. Davis and Richard a little pushing and shoving back and forth with each other. There's a lot going on behind the scenes here in OKC. My goodness. We keep an eye on the storm. We'll keep an eye on this game as we're back underway for the third period, 19:47 to go. Face-off, Pilipuke will be kicked out of the face-off circle. Warriors win the draw. It goes right to Corpus Christi at the blue line. Knocked down Anderson, trying to hold Anderson to the center, or excuse me, to the red line down low. Anderson still with it. Now backhands it back to Pilipuke. Pilipuke bodied by Oklahoma, then gathered back by by Corpus Christi's Richard. Anderson in the mix there as well. Oklahoma trying to get it out. They can't yet. Troutwine through traffic. They score! And Corpus has tied it up 44 seconds into the period. 48 seconds into the period. A tip right in front. Oh, wow, so we are going to stop the game now. All right, we're going to take a break. There is a tornado on the way here in Oklahoma City. They have just tied it up, Corpus has. And so we are heading to shelter. We will stop the game here at the moment. We'll be back in just a while. 2-2 game between Corpus and Oklahoma right after this when we return from the tornado warning. We are back here at the Blazers Ice Center. What a 20 minutes that was. Good grief. Tornado on the ground. Missed us by a mile, but we had about 85-mile-an-hour winds here at the rink. Unreal. The Ice Rays scored 48 seconds into the period and have tied us up here at 2 apiece. Now time for Oklahoma to go back and focus here on hockey and try and get the lead back. It was a 2-goal lead that has now been erased to a tied game. Pillapuke for Corpus Christi. And Sable pushes it across over to Cam Ross. Up the wall and out of the zone. Corpus offside. Oklahoma can retouch. It's in the skates of Kish. Sable goes back over to Trace Day. That was one of the wildest experiences as a broadcaster that I have had. But glad to have you along board here in Oklahoma City. Just another day in Oklahoma as the Warriors have it taken away, and then Hone gathers it back for the Oklahoma. Denny O across to Kish, and then Rooney. Rooney around it goes. Hone, first one there, tries to push it across a teammate, but Corpus is right on top of it. Here comes the Ice Rays. Obstfelder, they enter. Are they offside? Oh, 6 guys in white. How about that from Hoppy? And so it is a power play for Oklahoma here with 18-14 to go here in the third. How about a goal to get the fans all riled up once again? All right, power play here for Oklahoma. They're 0 for 1 on it. They're 0 for 1 on it tonight. Had a couple of good looks. Face-off is won back by Oklahoma. Sable has it at the right point. Sable up the wall and around for Keaton Martin, who gets bodied away from the puck. Here's DeRosa. DeRosa, his pass intercepted. And Martin swings it up. Trace Day, can he get there? No. And Corpus comes across with it. 2-on-1. Here is McKenzie. McKenzie shorthanded. He'll look. He'll fire. Is blocked. And DeRosa will settle it down for Oklahoma. 30 seconds gone here on the power play. Sable weaves around one man. Now looks forward. Sable all the way through. Bronson Sable in the slot. Now right circle. Sable still with it. Sable in front. Tipped. Save made. It goes behind the net. Martin to the blue line. Trace Day sends it over to Sable at the point. Sable looking, eyeing over to Day. Skates in. Day will fire. Saved Melker. Got his own rebound back. Day did. Day. Blue line. Sable. High point. Now in front to DeRosa. DeRosa cross ice right to Sable. Sable, Day, and then Galnor. Tic-tac-toe over to Day once again. Day, high point now. Looks, aims, fires. Gloved Melker still loose, and it stays loose and is cleared down by Corpus Christi. All the way down to Prater with 50 seconds to go on the power play left for the Warriors. Denny O checks in. Duhan checks in. Same with Hone. And Ben Osiashvili. Ben. The head was deflected. Hone tries to get it back and does. Hone sends it around. Big bounce off the end boards. Osiashvili through his legs. In deep. No orange jerseys available. Over for Denny O. Keeps it in. Denny looks up ahead and had it poked aside and taken out. Can't happen. 1-on-3. Trace Day will sub out. Kish on. 20 seconds to go on the power play for Oklahoma. Across to Duhan and then up ahead to Kish. Kish flying in, sends it around to Hone. Hone didn't read the bounce right. And Sanani has it, looking to clear. 3 seconds to go, and Corpus will clear the puck. Empty power play again for Oklahoma. 16:09 to go here in this third period. 2-2 hockey game. Kish over to Hone. Jackson goes over, found his man Kish. Kish shot, missed the net wide. Duhan collects the puck quickly, now feeds it down to Hone, and it pops free to Sanani. Sanani working up ice. Got Slash, feeds it over to Chase, just out of his reach. Chase on the red line. Fan on his first pass. Hone flattens him along the glass. And Chase and Hone hold on to each other. And oh my gosh, it came off the side of the cage. Harvanek up and out to Duhan. And then leaves it for Osiashvili. Harvanek's right behind him. Osi with it. And we'll rip one up and off the glass. Davis tried to jump in and take it away from Parichka. Didn't work out. Harvanek. Right at the center red line. Wrists it around. On is Gagnon. Gagnon took it away. Gagnon looking. Centering pass. Christek. Can he put a shot on? No, it's Martin. He missed it up high. Big bounce off the side of the cage. There's Gagnon. Put it on net. Save made by Melker. Ice Rays looking. They get it out to center. Davis stops that rush. Martin turns it up. Martin holding. Go to Christek in the slot. Christek pushed down and still holds on to it. Christek now stops. Slows it down. Gagnon blue line. This is Ross. Swings it over Sable. Sable all the way through the frisbee on Melker and hits him in the chest, and he covers for the save. Face off, it goes back for Corpus. Up the wall, Day in the mix there. Day tried to bring it out and got pushed away from the puck. Swift around Ross. Sable in the mix, and it goes out of play into the mesh. It'll be an ozone draw for Corpus Christi. What a wild last kind of 30 to 40 minutes here at the Blazers Ice Center. We never lost power. There's businesses and places all around us that have lost power, but fortunately we are still on. Tornado warnings all around Oklahoma City at the moment, but not for us. It's a 3-on-2 for Oklahoma. Trace Day into the zone, trying to work it past the D-man that's on him, and just fed it in. Galnor's got it. Galnor centering feed. DeRosa wasn't ready for it. Comes out blue line, Ross. Ross all the way through, gloved Melker. Face off. It will be Owinski. Rooney ready to rip if he gets the chance. It comes to Rooney. He'll rip it. Oh, and it's off the toe of Melker. Burleson picks up the loose puck quickly and then gave it back to Corpus, who put it into the rafters. So it'll stay in the zone here for Oklahoma. That was a big save there from Melker. This time the face-off goes backwards. They turn it over. Corpus does. Rooney centering pass didn't get loose. Knocked aside. Big bounce out in front, and Corpus is able to handle it up and out of the zone. No icing. Waved off. First one there is Bertrand. Ships it around Burleson. Owinski. They collide. And Bertrand's got it for Rooney. Rooney backhand up and out of the zone. Troutwine has the loose puck for Corpus. Troutwine working it back himself. Up the boards for Richard, couldn't hang on to it. And Richard's gonna weave through a couple of bodies into the zone. Bertrand's got it with some room now. Bertrand looking and goes out wide to Rooney. Rooney gains the zone and we'll put it in. Melker leaves it be. Ice race up, deflected by Oklahoma's Harvanek, and then Kish peels it away. Kish across for Davis. Nolan Davis surveying, goes up the wall. Duhan just out of his reach. Kish got it back and then gave it to Corpus. Not a great pass. Here is the Ice Rays. Laurie centering pass for Chase. No, knocked away. And out it comes for Harvanek. It's a 3-on-2 Oklahoma. Harvanek out wide to Kish, right side. Kish holding, goes cross ice. Duhan creating space. Duhan rips it. That one's saved by Melker. Duhan picks up the loose puck, goes to the blue line. Davis. Davis, that one tipped, and it goes high off the glass into the corner. Kish, a good hit. Right at the half wall, dug out Duhan. Duhan looking. Duhan behind the net, center to pass, but to nobody, and Corpus is able to work it up and out. Davis sends it right back in. Oklahoma will change a couple of units. And Parichka tips it into the zone. Behind the net, Sable looking, sent an ice ray going into the next county, and it comes back over to Sable. Sable, good grief. Put a man down just by moving the puck. This is the Ice Rays. Konevich over to the right circle, through traffic all the way through, missed high. Hansen working it down low. Hansen across. Corpus dealing with the referee, Hoppy. And Oklahoma will finally hold possession for the moment. And they go back to Ross. Hoppy is still trying to figure out where to go where he's not in the way, and it comes out of the zone for Oklahoma. Stopped by Skuratov. And that one in. Oklahoma with time as Corpus has a full change. 11:30 to go here. Third period. This is Jakob Christek. A high flipper on Melker. And out for Troutwine. Troutwine up the wall and down it goes. It will be icing on Corpus Christi. Face off. Warriors trying to peel it back. They couldn't. Evans has it behind his own net. Evans with DeRosa all over him. DeRosa almost poked it free. Right to Trace Day. Caught it at center ice. Galnor, is in his skates. He didn't see it. Would have been a break for Oklahoma right there. Here is Tebow. Tebow to Troutwine. Troutwine holding. He'll backhand it in deep as Burleson works it out. And DeRosa. Whoop, see you later. Here's DeRosa up the ice. Found his man. Galnor hopped over his stick. Galnor. Hash marks, lost the handle on it as well. It is sent to the other side of the zone, kept in by Trace Day. Trace in front, tipped to Rosa, saved by Melker. Tebow will gently push the puck out of the zone, and a broken stick is going to keep it from being an icing. Out wide to Trace Day, near side. Trace peels through a couple of defenders. Trace holds, high slot, now right side. Trace tried to take it through his legs, now backhands it deep inside. Over to DeRosa. DeRosa looking, hash marks, blue line. Harvanek settles it down over to Davis. Davis in front. Day a swing and a miss. Galnor in his legs trying to take it down and had it push aside him. Galnor took it away. Good play from Galnor. Today one-timer, no, couldn't connect on it. An Ice Race stopped it before it got all the way through. Harvanek knocks it down, found Day on the near side. Day holding, top of the circle, trying to get around his man, kicks it into his skates. Down low, hit goes over to Owinski. Owinski with room, left side. Owinski's shot, Melker, a blocker save. And up the wall, Davis trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it, Rooney. Loose puck, goes back to Harvanek. Harvanek up to Owinski. And AJ looks south here in the rink. Out wide to Rooney, it works out. Rooney has it, down low on the red line. Rooney rotates it around the boards. Still with it, Rooney, holding. And then back for Owinski, and Corpus has taken it away. Up the wall to Saul and down the ice. Got past Ross, but no icing. It slows down Sable. Plenty of time here for Oklahoma. 9:15 to go. Sable looking. And that one it will be icing. No, it is not. We play on. Wow. Not sure why it was waved off, but helps out Oklahoma. Cam Ross has it loose at center ice. Ross up the wall to Rooney. And then a broken stick hurting Oklahoma here. Chase in front. Got all the way through, but nobody home. St. Annie backhand into the zone. Ross, good hit. Kish over to Sable with some room on the far side now. And Sable will work it up and out of the zone himself. O.C. Ashley in amongst the trees there as Konevich fanned on it, but it works out. Konevich got it back. They're onside still. Chase, hash marks, try to center a pass. Burleson took it away. And then Burleson strips it away from the Ice Ray on the other end. Konevich all the way through, gloved by Prater. And we've got a media timeout with 8:29 to go here in the third period. It's late night hockey here at the Blazers Ice Center. 2-2 back here from Oklahoma City. Face-off will be left of Prater. Bertrand's got it. Bertrand up the wall. And Oklahoma trying to get it out of the zone. They've got numbers now to do it. And Kish put it right to Skuratov, however. All the way up the wall. Burleson took it away. Burleson has to wait because Oklahoma's offside. Bertrand flings into the opposite corner. Good stick from Hone. Stopped the initial exit pass. Kish and Hone battling for it at the half wall. Hone's going to have to check back out and get a stick. Puck still tied up in the corner. Now worked free by Corpus Christi. Around Bertrand. Leaves it for Martin. Martin a backhand. Comes out loose in the slot. Nobody home for Oklahoma. Parichka. Not a great pass. Burleson has it at center, and then so does McKenzie for Corpus. Out to Parichka. High point. Parichka! Good shot blocked by Bertrand. Laying full out right there to block it. Well done from Bertrand. To Martin. And then out to Christek as Jakob comes out the far side. Jakob. Full entry. Not a great one, and it comes out to Gagnon. Has to wait again for Martin to tag up. Finally they do. And then in to Christek. Christek looking, holding. Comes back to the blue line, Harvanek. Right side, Harvanek over to Christek. Christek, Jakob to Jakob. Harvanek all the way through and off the glove of Melker and out of play. 7:04 to go here in the third. Face off. Warriors win it. Gagnon. Martin now pushes it back to Gagnon. And then blue line Harvanek. And a whistle as Gagnon and an ice ray are going to go to the box. First penalty time of the year for Max Gagnon. Two minutes for roughing. We'll play 4-on-4. Four-on-4 hockey here with 6:55 to go here in the third. It is Lucas Hine who's in the box for Corpus Christi. Face-off starts out in possession of the Ice Rays. Up the far wall they go, and now below their own red line. Little give and go as Oklahoma provides some pressure, but now they break it out with Tebow. Tebow crosses over center ice. Tebow trying to go through the legs of Denio. Tebow stilts and went down to a knee. Found his man Konevich. High slot. Konevich walks in, and they wave it off. Wow. They say it's goaltender interference on Hansen. On top of it is Hoppy. And so no goal as Konevich had the whole net to choose from. And no argument from the Corpus bench, although they're going to want to hear about it. So Oklahoma gets a break right there. Hoppy right on top of it, so credit to him. Face-off comes just outside the blue line. Easton Swift asked to switch spots, and it will be taken by Konevich. Out wide, Tebow will bring it back into his zone temporarily. And now up ahead, Tebow, Konevich. Up and into the zone, back for Tebow. Centering pass, it's loose. Hone saw it and then had it stripped away. To the left side, Hansen, bumped by Hone. Kish digging for it, trying to take it back his way, and it will go back the way of the Ice Rays. Thunder rumbling outside of the Blazers Ice Center here. Here comes the Ice Rays with Tebow. Again, Tebow all the way past Harvanek. Still loose on that left circle, and finally Oklahoma traps it down and out of the zone. Although Corpus gets it back, they have held the puck for the last minute and 15, which has been the entirety of this 4-on-4. Evans didn't like what he saw, and so he goes backwards to Sinani. And Sinani behind his net. Will work it out the left wing side. Sinani through the legs, lost the handle on it, and has to retreat. Where does he go with the puck? He'll drop it off for Troutwine as we have 20 seconds left of 4-on-4. Ahead, turned over, Burleson took it away, and now Sable has it. Good hit on the far side by Burleson. They stretch a pass to Duhan. Duhan in the zone for Oklahoma. Duhan, backhand across to O.C. Asheville. O.C. in front, Burleson, they score! How about that? With 2 seconds left on the 4-on-4, Oklahoma has the lead back with under 5 to play. Had lunch with Trent Burleson earlier today. Told me he wasn't going to score. I said, what kind of attitude is that? He said, you know, it just has been that way this season for me, but I'm excited for the opportunity to come here tonight and take this team into the playoffs. And, well, Trent, you proved yourself wrong. Well done. And Ethan Gagnon, the former Warrior, who is in town tonight, fist pumping himself, saying, heck yeah, Trent. Former Billet brothers right there. How about that? 4-on-4. Corpus holds it for a minute and a half, and the one time Oklahoma has possession, they score on it. Burleson from O.C. Asheville. 4:54 to go here in the third. As Trace Day and Joey DeRosa collide, and we have a whistle. Offsides is Oklahoma. Alexander Duhan credited with the secondary. So a 2-point night for Duhan here this evening. Face off. Oklahoma, time to protect home ice here. Over to Trace Day. Remember, this is an Oklahoma team that's playing without Mason Wright, one of their alternate captains, as Corpus has turned the puck over. Burleson has eyes on potentially a second, although it hops away from him. And Corpus up ahead, Jabergana found Anderson, beat everyone. Anderson walking in. Penalty coming up, the puck stays out. Everyone diving on it. It is a penalty on Oklahoma, but Chris Prater stands his ground and keeps the puck out of the back of the net. Big time stop there from Chris Prater. And if Oklahoma's able to kill this off, come back to that play for Oklahoma if they're able to hang on and win tonight. Penalty kill coming up here for the Warriors. It has been 2 5-on-5 goals for the Ice Rays tonight. They are 0 for 2 themselves on the power play. Face off. Warriors bring it back all the way to Prater, and Burleson a clearance. All the way down it goes. Ice Rays looking for where to go up the ice. Tebow will throw it long distance on Prater, and he will hold and cover it up. Minute 37 on the power play. 3-2 lead for Oklahoma. Let's take a look at the scoreboard from around the South. Only thing really to watch in the South Division is New Mexico and El Paso's game. They're not playing each other. El Paso's beating Shreveport 3-1. Wow, all right, interesting development there. And New Mexico leads 4-3. If the Ice Wolves pick up a point, they will have the 2 seed. Here is Corpus. Down low, top of the right circle, Richard looking. Comes back to Hansen at the point. Hansen swings it over left side. Sinani. Sinani shot, missed it near side. And DeRosa, big chop, couldn't clear. Sinani puts it down right behind the net. Minute 15 to go on the power play for the Ice Rays. They keep it in the zone. And a penalty coming up here on Oklahoma. It's going to be a 5-on-3, I believe. Ice Rays want to eat it up and go to the 5-on-3, but they're not doing it. Ice Rays continue to kill some clock here. This is helping out Oklahoma. Just let them hold on for the moment. Here is Sinani. Sinani holding. He'll fire. Saved by Prater. And then that one covered up. So danger zone here for Oklahoma as Bertelsson's going to the box for the Warriors. A slash on Bertelssson, and this is a danger zone for Oklahoma now. So 5-on-3. It will start off, peeled back by Oklahoma. Denio not out, kept in by Parichka, and then Kish got a stick in the way, and it comes back out to the blue line, kept in by Corpus Christi. Left circle, 40 seconds to go, 5-on-3. At the point now, Corpus looking. Ice Rays, Evans to the right circle, got it back. Right point Evans, over to Parichka. Parichka, good stick from Denio, poked it away. Parichka got it back, 30 seconds to go, 5-on-3. Here's a lane for Evans, his shot off the post. And around it goes, but not out. Parichka back to Evans, eyeing it. He'll fire. That one blocked by Nolan Davis. 18 seconds left to go, 5-on-3. Parichka high slot. He'll fire. That one saved by Prater. It hopped over his glove. Warriors fighting for it, and they will have it. Can they clear? It was a big bounce. It came out of the zone. Oh, no. Ennis says it stayed in. The Warriors screaming at him. The power play, it continues. It's a 5-on-4 and a cross ice pass. They'll hold, they'll shoot it. Save Prater, still loose. Davis a backhand, comes to the blue line. Minute to go on the power play for Corpus Christi. 5-on-4. Parichka looks, saved by Prater. Back to Parichka on the hash marks. He'll feed it back to Tebow. He'll swing it over. Evans looks, holds high point. Evans back to Tebow, and things slow down for the moment. Tebow, that one blocked by Galnor, and out of play it goes. 40 seconds left on the power play. Chris Prater standing on his head. Warrior fans making some noise. Minute 53 to go in the game, a 3-2 lead for Oklahoma. 40 seconds to kill off here. Face off, it goes back for Corpus Christi. Hine holds at the point, now goes over to the right side. They'll slow it down, 34 seconds, Konevich. Down low, Sinani, centering pass to nobody, and down it goes. It's a foot race for Galnor, trying to beat him, he does. Galnor comes in the slot, backhand, he missed it. It's a save by Melker, what a save. Unbelievable, and he keeps this game at a 1-goal affair. Out wide, Skuratov dances around two men. Skuratov with 10 seconds left on the power play. That one's blocked by DeRosa. Empty ice ahead. Joey one-on-one. Walks in. 5-hole. Missed it. DeRosa down low. They've killed off the power play. Minute and 12 to go. DeRosa struggling to hop off the ice. A minute to go here in the third. Here we go. Fans standing up on their feet. Melker waiting to release from his net. Puck is freed up by Chase, and they are offsides, the Ice Rays are. 52.8 to go. Melker will have to wait to officially leave his crease. What a last 4 minutes from this Oklahoma defense. Face-off just outside the blue line. It is won by Corpus. Troutwine swings it over. There goes Melker. Big bounce around. Troutwine, it hopped over his stick and out of the zone. Extra man on for Corpus with 40 seconds to go. Empty net into the zone. Davis is going to have time to get to it. Can he rip it down if he wants? Davis chips it along the boards. Big bounce to Kish, still loose. Oklahoma, Duhan, and out for Galnor with an empty net. Galnor looks, holding, got peeled away from it. Galnor now to Kish. Kish in front, tip, they score! What a night here at the Blazers Ice Center. Tornadoes cannot keep the Warriors out of the win column. It is Alexander Duhan, his second of the night. Well done from this Oklahoma squad who snapped their 4-game losing streak now. Or excuse me, 3-game losing streak. .3 on the clock, and Oklahoma has their eyes set on win number 26. What a kill, 5-on-3 for Oklahoma, and then 5-on-4. Just unbelievable from this defense. Puck tied up at center with 15 seconds to go. Now 10, now 9. And that will just about do it here tonight. Well done from Oklahoma. They're back in the win column. Chris Prater. Excellent job in net tonight. What a win for Oklahoma here this evening in front of a really rowdy crowd. Tornado warning and all. It was about a mile away from the rink. A 4-2 victory for Oklahoma here tonight. Post-game show is next. Three stars of the game here tonight. Your third star with 36 saves this evening. What a performance from Chris Prater. He moves to 2-1 on the year. 36 save win for Chris Prater here tonight. Here's your third star of the night. Your second star with 2 points this evening, both on assists. Dominic Kish picked up assist number 30 and 31 for Oklahoma. Really well done there from Dominic Kish, your second star. And your first star of the evening with 2 goals and an assist, a 3-point night for Alexander Duhan, your first star of the evening. Final stats for Oklahoma: 42 shots on net. Corpus Christi with 38 of their own. 16 shots in the third for the Warriors this evening. Oklahoma moves to 26-25, 2-5. Corpus Christi moves to 29-23, 5-1. We'll take a look at the scores real quick. Third period, a 4-3 lead for New Mexico. If they hang on to win or even secure a point, Oklahoma will be visiting El Paso for the first round of playoffs. And it appears that way. Oklahoma, unless something drastically happens in the next 40 seconds, Oklahoma will be heading to El Paso for the first round of playoffs here in the 25-26 Robertson Cup playoffs. El Paso defeated Shreveport 3-1 tonight, and Lone Star a 2-1 lead on Amarillo late in the third period. That'll do it for us here tonight. What a night here at the Blazers Ice Center. Tornado warnings, threatening rain, lightning. Can't keep the Warriors from a big-time win. They defeat Corpus Christi 4-2 here tonight. The Warriors win! The Warriors win here in Oklahoma City. We'll see you tomorrow night for the final game of the regular season here in 25-26. So long, I'm David Ash. Good night.